Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we decode what's really going on behind the corporate curtain. Today we're diving into Unity Bancorp's latest report, and let's just say there's some fresh news about their money situation that might surprise you. Before we jump in, if you love getting clear, no-nonsense insights from these massive financial filings, make sure you're subscribed. Also, join our Discord community linked right below in the description. It's the best place to chat about these companies and get our latest updates. So Unity Bancorp, a pretty established name in banking, has just filed their Form 8K. This is a big deal because it's an announcement of important events that shareholders should know about right away. Think of it as the company's way of saying, hey, something noteworthy just happened. The filing itself is dated July 15th, which tells us that whatever important event they're reporting happened on or before this date. It's their immediate update to the financial world. We're talking about Unity Bancorp Inc. They operate in the banking sector, and like most banks, their performance is really tied to the economy and how they manage their money, loans, and customer relationships. Their stock, ticker symbol UNT, is traded on NASDAQ, a major stock exchange. This means a lot of investors are watching them closely, and these 8K filings are crucial for keeping everyone informed. The main reason for this filing, as stated in Item 202, is to announce their results of operations and financial condition. This is where we get to see the numbers that tell us how the company is actually doing. What's really important here is that Unity Bancorp released a press release on July 15th, and this provides the details about their performance for the most recent financial periods, specifically the 3 and 6 months that ended on June 30th. This is the core of what we need to dig into. The actual press release is included as Exhibit 99.1. This is the source document that contains the financial highlights they want everyone to see. It's like the company's official statement on how they performed. Okay, typically these press releases contain the juicy financial bits, while not explicitly in this 8K form itself as a table to analyze directly. The 8K tells us this press release does contain the financial results. Think of the 8K as the announcement that the results are out, and the press release is where the actual numbers live. So let's imagine we're looking at that press release. The key numbers they're likely sharing, based on what banks usually report, would be things like their net interest income, their loan growth, their deposit levels, and importantly, their profitability metrics like earnings per share. For a bank like Unity Bancorp, a key indicator is net interest income. This is essentially the difference between what they earn on loans and what they pay out on deposits. If this number is growing, it means they're making more money from their core banking activities. Another critical area is loan portfolio quality. Are their loans being repaid on time, or are they seeing more defaults? This directly impacts their profitability and stability. Deposit growth is also vital. More deposits mean more funds available to lend out, which can fuel future income. Now, you might be wondering how a bank's strategy translates into these numbers. For Unity Bancorp, if they've been focusing on expanding their lending in specific sectors, we'd expect to see growth in those loan categories. If they've been working on improving efficiency, we might see their operating expenses as a percentage of revenue go down. It's all about seeing if their stated goals are reflected in the financial results. Looking at the structure of this filing, it's pretty straightforward. It announces the release of financial results and includes the press release itself. The crucial takeaway is to get those numbers from the press release and see what story they tell about Unity Bancorp's health and trajectory. And who signed off on this? George Boyan, the Executive Vice President and Chief Financial Officer. This is standard procedure. The CFO is the one responsible for the company's financial reporting. So their signature, or rather their electronic sign-off here, shows that the company stands by the information being released. So what's the big picture here for Unity Bancorp? This filing is a snapshot, confirming that their financial performance for the period ending June 30th has been officially communicated. Without the actual press release data, we can't make a definitive judgment on their performance, but we know where to find it. Generally, banks thrive when they can lend profitably and manage risk effectively. If this report indicates strong net interest income growth and a healthy loan portfolio with low delinquencies, that's a very positive sign for Unity Bancorp. Conversely, if they show stagnant or declining interest income or a rise in bad loans, that's a red flag. The overall direction for a bank like Unity depends heavily on the economic climate. Rising interest rates can boost net interest income, but they can also increase the risk of loan defaults if borrowers struggle to pay. Economic slowdowns can hurt loan demand and increase credit losses. Understanding how Unity Bancorp is navigating these broader market forces is key to assessing their long-term prospects. Now, looking at these results more broadly, Unity Bancorp appears to be following a standard reporting schedule. The key is to see if their actual financial numbers in the press release show growth and stability, or if there are signs of strain. A bank's strength is often in its consistency and its ability to adapt to changing economic conditions. We'll have to wait for the details in that press release to truly see if they're moving in a positive direction. Alright, that's our breakdown of what this Unity Bancorp 8K filing means. What's your take on these kinds of filings and what they signal for a company's future? If you found this analysis valuable, hitting that like button really helps us out, and make sure you subscribe for more dives into corporate finance. And definitely check out our Discord in the description below to join the conversation. Thanks for watching. See you next time.